Well, we're all technically early, Jay, but, how you doing? Man, it feels weird to be streaming again after 2 months since the last time we had a story chapter. Thought I'd start like 5 minutes early. Just gotta wait for everything to start up. Hopefully everything decides to behave and work well tonight. Oh, you know what? I should probably check my team while we're waiting, because obviously this will be a red anima event, so... Let's see, is there anything better I can do red-wise? I feel like I can now. Leon doesn't have an actual mirror jar, so I might take him off. So let's do this. Turn them all on. And then we'll just filter for red. Oh, that's right, Vague is red now. Oh, we're definitely gonna use Vague. But let's put him in the first slot. I don't think I'll have to control Vague, but just in case. That team should be pretty... Is there any better healer? I mean, Real is fine, but... I don't think there's anyone else I could... I mean, Hisui has a heal, I believe. I don't know, I might just stick with this. Let me check, I'm gonna pull up Hisui's stuff on the side real quick, because I haven't actually used him as a healer yet. Characters... Alright, so he's got First Aid as one of his 3 stars. And he's got Cure. Let me look at Riala too, because if they're pretty much the same, I'll use Hisui, because well, I guess Riala would be better because she does have a heal as part of her mirror art. Yeah, Riala just has heal, so actually Hisui would be better in this situation. Assuming I have the arts that I need for that. Let me take a look. So it's his green 3-star, so let's put that one on. I assume, I mean, why wouldn't I have it? So it's this one right here, which I guess I really only have 1 copy of. And then Cure, yup, we have Cure on, so he should be fine. So let's just switch, yup, he's set to heal, so we're good. Good. We got 1 minute till this stuff starts, but I think this will probably be the team that I'm gonna be using here. So nice that Vague, because I finally got his spirit gear actually to 4-star, or level 4, rank 4, whatever you want to call it, during this week while the event's still been up. As you can see there, I do have him at 4, but it'll take forever to get him to 5, but you really just get his cut in at 5, so it's not a big deal. Alright, 1 o'clock. Let's head back to the main menu. Yep, it's all... We didn't get a lot... well, we don't get a login bonus. So, that doesn't matter. But usually this thing pops up. So, we got our new story chapter. So we can see this stuff right here. It's just showing off the 2 new characters and some screenshots. Nice to see Harold down there. Not playable yet, but at least Harold's there. It's like they're showcasing some of the stuff there. For those who have seen my... I mean, there's only a few of you here right now. Probably give it a few minutes before I hop over to the banner. Oh, they do have a... Well, I guess they usually do have step-ups, so... I guess if people bought that Mirror Gem... So what is it? It's 400, 900, 1650, 2650. So you pretty much need 2700 to do all the steps here. Which I guess if you're a whale, that's not too bad. 0 AP? Oh, is that what that was showing off of the 0 AP thing? Full... It says full something here. Oh, yeah. They're going to have a carnival, too. I'll probably... After we're done with the stream, I'll probably make a separate video on that, because that'll be tomorrow and the next day. Basically, this weekend, we're going to have the carnival again. 0 AP thing. Like you just mentioned, there's a 0 AP and 75% AP off. I assume that's not going to apply to the brand new chapter. I mean, if it does, that's great. I'll save a ton of AP. What are they showcasing here? I'm assuming this has something to do with, maybe, like, the best teams for each thing. No, it's just... Oh, yeah, so this will have normal AP. Yeah, it'll be nice to have Carnival again. Actually... Let me... I just want to turn the brightness up on my phone for what I'm looking at. Yeah, let's head over to the banner then. See how that's gonna look. Alright, so we got our regular banner here. Well, our step-up banner. Which, if I've been told correctly... Yep, we have the seasonal for Hisui and for Kohaku, so that's pretty nice. And it should be the same thing over here. That's why part of me wants to actually do one... I'm gonna do one multi. Yeah, anyone that's working, hello. Yeah, some people just like to watch and don't necessarily want to chat, which is fine. But yeah, I'm gonna do one multi just because I really am trying to build up my red team a little more. And if I can get Hisui's seasonal on top of that, then that would be great. And I should still have enough time between the carnival and everything, between the story chapter of the carnival and the tower that'll be upcoming to at least be able to do 3 multis for Richea and Marta. So, let's see. I'll probably regret this because it'll probably be one of those things where I'll do my 3 multis and then I still don't get what I want. And then I'll be like, crap, if I hadn't done that other... You know what? Whatever. I gotta start thinking more about my teams and not so much about favorites, because I do have most of my favorites. But let's go ahead and let's do this multi. Let's see what we get. Maybe we can get lucky and walk away with something nice here. Oh, we got a mirror jar. Okay. Well, we're getting something. So, the only mirror jar I actually have from this banner is Hisui's normal one. So if it's not that, then it's a win regardless of what it is. I guess getting stuff for Hisui as well, like if I can get more copies of his first aid, that'll actually be pretty nice. Buff that up a little bit. Dailies are at 75% off starting today. Ooh, that's gonna be really good for farming purposes. Now, here's what's going to happen. We're getting stuff for Kuzite right here, but the Mirage Art is totally going to be for Lithia. No way. Yeah, I was going to be like, there's no way. Do them before the missions go away. What missions? I think that's our first weapon for Lithia so far. Unless I just wasn't paying attention. Watch, it's gonna be for her because I only pulled 1 3-star for her. Alright, well, I'll take it. We did get a few weapons for him, so I'll definitely take that. Alright, so that YOLO multi was worth it. He probably won't be someone I use super heavy until he gets an event. Like a seasonal that I'd go for or something. Welcome, Sonic, and thank you. Alright, so let me screenshot that first, and then I want to look. Yeah, we only got 1 weapon for Lithia, that one at the end there, that 3-star. So, not bad. I mean, we got 1 4-star for Kuzite, and then we got 2 of his different, we got 3 of his different we got all of his 3-stars in 1 pull. So, actually, you know what, I take that back. He will actually be usable. And yeah, Ren, what missions are you talking about? Because I am completely unaware of what you are speaking of. Because honestly, I get enough materials from the events themselves that I don't really mess with the dailies. It should be these right here, right? So what, these are costed down? Yeah, they are 75% off. I mean, look at that. That's the highest difficulty, 7 AP. That's going to be great for people who really need to farm. And if you want to XP farm, I mean, that would be really nice too. But, yeah, unless Ren tells us what he's talking about with missions, I literally have no idea. I mean, I guess we could look in the mission tab, but, otherwise, I have not been told anything about what these missions are. I mean, it's obviously new ones because it's loading in, but, yeah, I've already done my dailies. Let's grab these. It's definitely not these missions. I guess it could be these ones? The carnival should start tomorrow. Because it says, we'll go back to the news notice in a second. Oh, no, this is for Tales of Hearts. These are for the Hearts characters, getting them to, like, level 60 and stuff like that. But let's go back to the... Before we hop into the... well, I'm gonna level up Kuzite's stuff real quick. Before we actually hop into the story. But let's look at the news real quick so we can show off. It should be this one, when the carnival is. Yep, it's this one, okay. So, these are the hours for the carnival. So, the 26th, so it's Saturday and Sunday. And there's 2 carnivals each day, which I am not always awake at these times, which is unfortunate. I usually get the 1100 to 1400 ones, but the 2100 to 2359 is usually when I'm asleep, so I'll probably only get 2 of the 4. But just, you know, cross-reference those times in Japan with wherever it is you live, and it'll tell you the times. I think 1100, if you live on the East Coast, which is where I live in Florida, 1100 should be like 10 o'clock at night, I believe. Yeah, because 1400 is now when the event starts, I believe. Because that's when they usually show that. And then, so 2100 should be, you know, 10 hours later. So what's that? So 10 hours after 10. So that's 8 o'clock in the morning. Ren, what were you talking about before when you said do them before the missions go away? What missions? Because that's what we're trying to figure out here. Because I don't see anything that's like too special in here that has to do with the dailies. But, let's go ahead and get Kuzite ready to go. Because I want to have him ready for the next tower. Because obviously he'll be, pretty useful. Let's just filter... We can just filter for Tales of Hearts. Oh wait, what am I doing? That's not Hearts, that's Innocence. I didn't look closely enough at the picture. There you are. Okay, we got them right there, and obviously I won't have his free mirror jar until a little bit. Oh wait, before I do that, I want to do this. Here's the other thing, we should get his, I think they, if I remember correctly, 2 months ago, they gave out the crystals at the end of the story chapter, so we should be able to get him to level 60, I assume. But I wanted to level him up first because we can get his other copy of his 3-star from doing that, as you can see right here. And some prisms. So, I don't know if I've mentioned this in a video before, but I did actually go through and level... So, every piece of equipment I'm keeping that's 3-star or higher, and I leveled every piece of equipment and limit broke them as much as I physically could. And I like to keep my box kind of neat like that whenever I can. So, we're going to go through real quick and do that for Kuzite. I mean, he's a character I'll end up using anyway since I pulled his mirror jar, but... And what'll be nice about this stream is I can actually have the auto text moving, so I don't have to tap on the screen myself. We can just kind of watch it. Alright, so we'll get that out of the way. There's still this, like, delay lag when you do that, so I hope they fix that eventually. So we have 4 weapons for him exactly, so that's pretty nice, and 2 of them are aerials. Oh, and I've had people ask me about this before, so I'll go ahead and showcase it real quick. So people have been wondering, because they did add an update to where you can sell from the, like, enhancing tab or level up tab. So what you do, we'll use it on one of these 1-stars. So what you do is you just hold and click on one of the 1-star, actually, yeah, you just hold and click, and then this green button down here, you just click that, sells it immediately. It's unfortunate you can't do it in bulk from here, but that's still better than nothing. So if you're like leveling someone's stuff up and you end up with 1 more copy than you need, it is kind of nice to just be able to get rid of it that way. After leveling up every piece of equipment, I'm surprised I have anything left. Alright, so we're good on that. Get these last 2 weapons done. I'm not going to enhance his stuff all the way yet, just because, like I said, he's probably going to be on one of my earlier teams in the tower, just because he only has 1 mirror jar. But I do want to get him leveled up, so it'll at least be useful. And that's still good. I've still got 170 diamonds. We'll get 120 from doing normal and hard on this new story chapter. So it'll bring me pretty much to 300. I'm very close presence-wise to getting Vague to Bond level 8, so that'll be another 50 there. Which will be great because I'll bring Vague with me when the carnival stuff is going on. Alright, now let's level up his mirror chart, and then we'll just equip everything, and then we'll be good. I never run out of these things anymore. I probably shouldn't say that, but I can't... I think there was a time during the anniversary where I did, just because I pulled so many mirror jarts at once, but if you only pulled like one mirror jart per event, you're gonna be fine. It's really the whales that I imagine have a super tough time. So let's go ahead and change this. Let's just equip everything real quick. Like I said, we obviously won't have his free mirror jar until we're done with the chapter itself. And just because he's pretty weak right now, I'm probably not going to bring him with me for the story chapter. I don't think the story's going to give us that much trouble, but just in case it does, I definitely wouldn't bring him on hard mode. Alright, so overall, he should be pretty he's okay power-wise. He's still below Xing in terms of... and Xing doesn't even have a mirror jar, but he has more gear. So there is that. Same thing with... what is it? Beryl? Like, she doesn't have a mirror jar either, I believe? Yeah, no. I never pulled one for her. But yeah, now we can... I assume my red team will be fine. I mean, despite the fact that none of my red units have double mirror jarts, I think we'll still be okay. Nope, we want to go story. It's been a while since we've done story, so... Wait, where'd it go? Am I just being done? Okay, there it is. Usually it just puts you right on the new chapter. It's true. Anything can happen. So now we get to show off this new feature. So we click up here, and then we click on. Boom. So now we can just kind of let... I think this is what I'll do, is I'll just let this kind of play. Obviously, I could tap it a lot faster, but we'll just leave it out. So it looks like Xing is hanging out with the Abyss characters right now, and it looks like they are in that kind of dimensional world. Obviously, I don't know Japanese for those who might be new, so obviously I can't tell you what's actually being said, which, you know, hopefully, sometime soon, we'll actually be able to understand the Tales of Crestoria story when that game drops. Speaking of which, if you aren't aware, there will be a Tales of Crestoria stream on Tuesday morning, and I will be doing like a live stream watch of that on YouTube. I'll set the pre-stream for that after this stream is over. Because I'll probably go live probably like 15 minutes before it starts, and then we'll just watch through it. Oh, on your birthday, Jay. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen, because I highly doubt they would just drop it. But, I mean, it'd be a good birthday gift to you if they just say, after the stream, at the end of it, they're just like, you can play Tales of Crestoria now. Just go to your Apple Store and Google Play. That's what I'm praying for. I'm not expecting it'll happen, but that would be my ideal situation. And also not so ideal, because that means I'll have to stay up all early that morning after staying up all night. But I would not complain about lack of sleep if I got to play Crestoria. I'm also hoping that Crestoria and Sword Art Rising Steel release at different times, so I don't have to grind both games hard at the same time. All right, who are we moving over to talk to? Okay, it looks like they just changed locations a bit. But yeah, I mean, overall, we kind of have an idea of what's going to be shown in the Christoria stream, because they did give, like, a little synopsis on the Japanese Christoria Twitter. They're going to do some more, like, live skits like they always do. Those are usually just to kind of buy time for the stream. Second, they're going to show off some gameplay. Probably a more extended version of what we've already seen, you know, the gameplay where they had Luke on the team. And then, what was the third? Oh, they're going to reveal some new characters. Probably based on the silhouettes, it looks like they might be the antagonists. The initial antagonists for Christoria, for the first part anyway. Because we don't know how Christoria is going to be set up story-wise. Is it going to be arc-based like Ray's? Or is there just going to be one huge overarching story when they're done? They just... I mean, it would still end up being like this, because if the game's making money, they're not going to end it. So it'll obviously be arc-based, kind of like this. I just wonder if they'll do what Asteria and Ray's does, where they kind of have like a yearly arc, and then they do their next arc, or is Christoria going to have like every 2 years they have a new arc? Many, many questions that need to be answered, and we'll have them answered in like 4 days. Some of them, anyway. Okay, I'll answer Jay's real quick, just because it's a quicker answer. Normally it would be time for Arc 4, so what normally happens is Tales Room happens in December, and that's when they usually drop the trailer for the next arc. But because they put this next chapter off for an extra month, it's not going to end around the normal time. So what they may do is, the next arc for Ray's may actually start later next year than it normally does. Plus, the plot, from what people have been telling me who can read this, hasn't really been progressing anywhere, so people think that this arc isn't close to being over yet. And to answer the other question, Sonic, I assume it's going to be... I'm not going to say it's going to be hard, but I remember, like, when I first started playing Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, I did struggle a little bit after a while, because obviously you gotta grind up your levels. If you don't have the best equipment, it's gonna be tough there. Just kind of stuff like that. So I think there will be a wall we're gonna hit probably pretty early on. But I don't think it's gonna be anything crazy. And since it will actually have levels for our characters, because we saw that in the last gameplay video they showed, the end of the battle, it showed all the characters gaining some XP. So I assume, kind of like Opera Omnia... Yeah, we're not going to have any trouble with this chapter. Look at that, 40,000 power. I need to remember to turn auto battle, or auto run off when we start, because I'm sure some of these missions have us needing to collect the treasure chests. Okay, that's good. We turned it off before the first fight. But yeah, I think there will be a kind of like wall that we're gonna hit, probably when we get the first event, whatever that's gonna be. But I don't think it's gonna be... Oh, I'm good for this chapter with my power. But yeah, I think there will be a wall we'll hit at some point. I'm sure the first event, whatever it's gonna be on Christoria, will probably have like a final mission that's like really hard that... Unless you've been grinding super hard since, like, day one, you probably won't be able to beat everything, like, immediately. Where are these treasure chests? Oh, here they are. Okay. That's the funny thing, too, is my red team is my weakest team. Like, if you look at my 2x multiplier teams, like, I think every other team I have is above 50,000. But yeah, I've already decided, so let's say just for the sake of this conversation that Christoria releases after the stream on Tuesday. I don't think it's going to happen, but let's just say for the sake of that argument, it does. I'm probably going to... I was originally going to stream my first, like, initial impressions of Crestoria, but if it's right then at, like, 9 a.m., I probably won't do a stream right after streaming. But what I will probably end up doing is I'll probably re-roll. I'll make my initial video of, you know, thoughts and impressions and stuff, but that probably won't be the account I keep depending on what I end up pulling. Because if the equipment I pull, like, if I don't get any, like, whatever it's going to be, 4-star, 5-star weapons, or whatever the gacha system's going to be, if I don't pull, like, something nice, I'm probably just going to re-roll until I have a decent starting account. Oh, yeah, I'd say the characters I'm most excited for are probably... I definitely want to level up Kanata, probably, and then, yeah, Yuna are probably, like, my main two for the initial cast. And then for the supporting Tales characters that we already know of, I think Vague, Asbel, or Luke will be the people I aim for first. Alright, so now we're in some kind of village with everybody. I know a lot of people were worried that Abyss would kind of take over this chapter, and so far it seems like they are. Oh yeah, Mizella. Yeah, she's definitely going to be the healer. I'd say in terms of usability, I'll probably re-roll for her as well, just because it's like, we're obviously going to need a healer early on. I mean, you should probably always have a healer in a game like that. And it's nice that we're going to be able to have a party of 4 characters, so it's not like Opera Omnia where you only have a 3-character party and you're forced to have 1 healer, so you only have, like, 2 attackers. I also kind of want to be, what's the word for it? I guess conservative with my currency in the beginning. Because, obviously, we've seen what do you call it? We've seen skit screenshots of Emil, Marta, Mint, Magilu, and Eleanor. So I assume the first couple events might be for those characters. And if Emil is one of those first events, I'm going with him. Like, I definitely gotta make sure because I don't see any way that Crestoria is a character gacha. I just don't see it happening, because the models are too nice. So how are you gonna make 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star variants of, like, characters? And the ones we've seen in these trailers are, like, the 4-star... Speaking of Emil, we got Emil, Genus, and Mythos making a cameo. The spear. Oh, Aegis? Yeah, the, like, knight-looking guy. He kind of reminds me of, what was his name? Oscar from, Berseria. Yeah, it's not going to be a character gacha. I can say that with absolute certainty. Because character gachas always have those, like, lesser characters, but they've specifically shown us which characters are going to be in the starting game. So, there's only, like... what, like 13 characters if you add them all together? They're not going to make a gacha with only 13 characters. Maybe put Aegis and Eleanor together. But yeah, so there's no way it's going to be a character gacha. It's going to be either something where you're going to pull for one specific weapon per character. Like, maybe you'll pull for 1 weapon and 1 piece of equipment. It's not going to be like Ray's where you have, like, 4 different weapons. I mean, it could, but I don't see them copying that. Or we might be pulling for arts for a specific character. They may have, like, specific character banners where, like, let's say Magilu and Eleanor are on a banner. You would pull for their art specifically. But I think it'll still be a thing where you can physically obtain all the characters just by playing. I think Bandai understands that, and that's why with, like, Raze and Crestoria, they want, like, fans to be able to have their characters, whether they pull them or not. But I'm sure we'll see more on the stream on Tuesday. Why is Rattatas getting all angry? Oh yeah, this... If I'm lucky enough, this story chapter might actually put me over 200 AP, which would be perfect. Finally hit that threshold. Everyone still has all their other characters set. Yeah, so we're just gonna pick... It doesn't really matter. We're not gonna have any trouble. But yeah, I'm very excited to see, how the, your luck ran out on Asteria because you didn't get Musical Sharia. Yeah. Asteria is not very kind with its rates, and I do prefer equipment gotchas over character ones, definitely, because you get to have your favorite versions of the characters. The only question I'll have when it's pertaining to Crestoria is, how are they going to deal with, like, outfits? Because, obviously, most Tales games, you get alternate outfits for characters. I'm hoping they don't go the route that Opera Omnia does, because Opera Omnia will, like, occasionally add these, like, paid bundle packs where you get the outfit if you buy the, like, $30 pack. And I don't want only to be able to get outfits for characters if I have to spend 30 bucks. Like, if it's something obtainable in-game or through a gacha, I'm fine with it. But yeah, I'll be interested, because I assume, you know, even though the models are, like, super upscaled, I assume, like, occasionally we'll probably see, like, alternate outfits for certain characters. Alright, Vague, let's run over here, grab this chest. Hello, Giant Paul Wiggle. His Mirror Art hits for so much, it's crazy. Boom, that takes care of that. Okay, we're just getting all kinds of characters in this chapter. We got Malik now. I do prefer, like, chapters where it's kind of like a mix of everything, because it's like, it just feels like it's like, oh, this game gets its spotlight this chapter, but it's like, the story doesn't progress that way unless you're just involving everybody. Like, the whole point of crossover gachas like this is to see how the different characters interact with each other, not interact with the same characters they've already been interacting with. Oh yeah, and I actually got, I think I've mentioned this in a video before, but I did actually end up pulling Kokos's Mirror Art on when they did that, like, discount banner for the Rays and Fantasia characters. Oh yeah, and let me know what you guys pull on your free Mirror Art ticket for logging in for those 3 days, if you were able to get yours. I just said, who'd I get I got a dupe for somebody. Who'd I get a dupe for? Sheena in the story? What? Sheena's hanging out with Leia. It's good to see Sheena. When are you gonna get your seasonal? So I can go completely broke? I'm still trying to remember who my free Mirror Art ticket gave me. I did also get Leia's Mirror Art from her rerun event, so that was kind of nice. Oh, I got a dupe for Laphicet. That's who I got a dupe for. Laphicet's rated, which is fine because it was a buff to his stats since I have both of his current existing Mirror Arts. Really, I think this is the first time. I mean, we may have seen her, like, maybe for a brief second, but I think that's the first, like, main time we've seen Sheena in a story skit. We got Karya and Melina over here. I wonder when they eventually get to the 4th arc if we'll see any character costume changes again. Oh, you got Raid? Nice. Yeah, I'm waiting for them to do just, like, some big, like, red anima banner with, like, a bunch of different things. Like, if they do a Tales of Destiny 2 banner, like, if Kyle gets, like, a seasonal or an overlay, I'll definitely pull for him. Because, for those who saw my summit video, I got Kyle's Spirit Gear to 5-star, rank 5, whatever you want to call it, in, like, 3 multis. I didn't pull Emil's once. But that's okay, because that experience taught me that I'm not going to summon any more than maybe like 2 multis on a Spirit Gear banner again. Because we can just farm them up, it'll take time, but it is a free-to-play method, so try to save as much currency as possible. Oh yeah, it definitely still hurts. I wish I still had those diamonds. Well, the outline on Rondaline looked weird there. I don't know, maybe it was just me. I just think this background there, I mean, on Melina too, it looks kind of weird. Karya looks fine, she doesn't have like the black lines. Oh, damn it. Floor 13 and 14, you fight Ix? Okay. Well, that'll be an interesting turn. Alright, let's take Kyle here. Oh, look at this pole wiggle. It's like a metal one. Alright, let's find us some treasure chests. The path this way. Assume there's probably one down here. Yep. Regular pole wiggle this time. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Silver and gold ones. Kind of like how we sometimes see those like tiny dinosaur things that are like silver and gold. And we'll just over smash this so we can get that extra mirror art use. Alright, 9-4. Let's go. Oh yeah, they can definitely be very annoying to take down. Especially the gold ones tend to be very bulky. Alright, we got Kuzite and Herald over here. Reminds me kind of like in year 1 when you would have to deal with them, or like the nurse knights. Oh, we got Ion over here too. Yeah, it'll be interesting for Link in a few months, because people are like, they might add like Lippy or something. But I guess we'll see. I'd love to get like an Overray or a Decisive Mirror Jar for some of the Link characters. Because I really have, you know, like, for Kana and Sarah, I only have one Mirror Jar for both of them. I mean, I guess what they could do is they could do like a boss. They could add like a Tales of Link boss character. And then they could do like Decisive Mirror Jars for the like 4 Link characters. I mean, they wouldn't do all 4 at once. I think first they'll make sure that, I don't know their names off the top of my head, but the male characters we got last anniversary, I think they'd want to make sure that those characters get seasonals. Yeah. But yeah, I think Tales of Link isn't too far away, I believe, if I remember correctly. But, I mean, even Sarah, I think Sarah got a seasonal that wasn't even on the, like, anniversary. So seasonals can happen at any time. So I'm really curious, like, which Ion this actually is, for those who have played Abyss. I'm sure you know what I'm referring to when I say that. I will take that AP orb, thank you very much. She might be. I don't actually know myself. Let me actually look real quick. I'm actually not sure. It's kind of hard to find out without actually knowing her name off the top of my head. Well, let me grab this treasure chest while I do this random research. I think she might not be from Destiny, actually. Second treasure chest obtained. Okay, I got it. Her name is Atwhite. She's from the first Tales of Destiny. You were correct. Boom. Yeah, she looked familiar to me, but I haven't played Destiny myself yet, so I wouldn't know off the top of my head. I think now we get to the kind of trend of doing a few stages before we get our next skit. Which I have no complaints with skits because that means I get more AP orbs. More stamina means more missions I can do in succession. I see that treasure chest over there. I still love this. Eins of Hour. We'll grab that one, and then we'll go ahead and grab this one. Oh, let's take out the enemy. See, Vague's Mirror Art there did 40k by itself. I mean, I know he's got double Mirror Jarts and a Spirit Gear, but still, like, damn. Alright, what do we got next? Just gonna keep taking random characters because no one has a red anima set. Which makes sense, because I feel like a lot of people don't change their support character for a story chapter, because most people finish the story chapter within like an hour or so. So there's no reason to really have support for it. Thank goodness Raze doesn't have like surprise encounters like Vesperian stuff, where if the enemy runs up behind you, your team gets all like messed up. But you only have 4 party members anyway per mission, so I guess that kind of concept wouldn't really work here. Yeah, that's the thing with banners like that. It's like you could end up, if you do end up getting a Spirit Gear, it could just be any of the 3. Yeah, I would advise against it and just, you know, you'll eventually get her Spirit Gear up there just by grinding. Obviously, we have to wait for their Spirit Gear stuff specifically to come back, but... Go, Eugene. Yeah, for the most part, I'm just gonna skip Spirit Gear banners unless it's someone like I really want and maybe want to get their 5-star. That's really the only reason to chase a Spirit Gear banner is if you're going for the 5 stars. Going for the Spirit Gear itself isn't as necessary because you can grind it up in time. Like if Lloyd gets a Spirit Gear at some point, which I'm sure he will, I'm chasing that banner because I need another 5-star for him. Because Lloyd enthusiasts know that he still has a 3-star that you're forced to use because he only has 2 4-stars and 1 5-star. Oh, you got Eugene and Mao's Mirror Darts from the tickets? That's some good luck. That is very nice. See, this is why I like seeing these, like, mixed adventures. You know, you've got 2 Tales of Hearts characters, you got a Symphonia character, and you got a Xillia character. Like, these are more of the story chapters I want to see instead of just, like, everyone from the same game going on an adventure together. Because it's like they already did that in their own game. I think I spent all my luck, too, because obviously I got Eugene from the tickets. I got Hilda's seasonal from a single Mirror Gem summon. I got... Oh, looks like they're about to do some more fighting. And then I got Leia's Mirage Art from her rerun event, so I was pretty set. Well, they're fighting something. And Hisui ran off. Oh, hey, Victor. Good to see Victor. So for whatever reason, at white looked like Lithia for a second there. Yeah, I mean, I hope so too. I mean, if I can walk away with... In the 3 multis I'll be able to do, if I can walk away with Persea or Marta's seasonal, I think I'll call that a win. I don't know if I really have a priority of one over the other. Suzu I'd actually also take. Like, she's not my priority, but if I got hers, I wouldn't complain. Because I do have Suzu's mirror chart as well. So pretty much any of the 3 seasonals, I wouldn't be upset if I walked away with one of them. But, yeah, I mean, 3 multis should hopefully be enough to get me something new. But we'll see. Oh, it's these slow friggin' things. But, honestly, if I do, like, 2 multis and I get either, like, Persea or, Marta's seasonal, I'll probably stop there and start to really rebuild my stash, because Symphonia is one of those, well, just the purple anima in general is one I don't really need to build up too much, because most of the characters on that anima, I don't want to say most, but a lot of characters on that anima, so what, like, Sharia, Asbel, Lloyd, Colette, I just have a lot of characters on that anima that have double mirror jarts, so having Emil, well, no, Emil I only have 1, but I have his spirit gear, so I guess you could count it as 2 once I actually get it to level 3. But yeah, purple is not an anima where I'm really suffering too much. So if I have to kind of cut back and start saving for whatever's going to be coming, because I mean, Sheena's got to be coming sooner or later. I don't think she'll be immediately, just because we are getting 2 Symphonia characters on this next banner. Oh god, look at Sarah. She's like twitching out. But I could see like Sheena maybe getting like a Christmas or a New Year's seasonal. Alright, 9-8. We're about halfway through the chapter. Zelos and Kratos aboard the Heimdallr. I assume they're with Aizen. Yeah, Sarah was like glitching out or whatever. Sometimes characters will do that for whatever reason. Alright, so we got Marcus and Barbados here as well. Rowan, just randomly here. It's always good to see Rowan. I'm sure Rowan's due for... How long? I'm trying to think how long it's been since Rowan got added. It's been a decent amount of time, I feel like. So I feel like Rowan's probably due for a seasonal within the next, like, 3 or 4 months. But I don't think they'll do anything Zillia related because there's no other characters to add. So he'll probably just get thrown in. I could say Rowan being saved for, like, a White Day event. Oh, wait, no, didn't he come on White Day? I think he actually came with White Day, so that wouldn't work. I'm not gonna give him a seasonal. I don't think they're gonna do Idolmaster again, but I do think they're gonna do like a revamp of the Sword Art event as the next collab. So they'll kind of do what they did for the Valkyrie profile event, where they added Freya, but it was still the same event technically. So they'll probably do the same thing with Sword Art. Because most of the idol stuff is on all these different gacha games are happening around now. And that's why we got a rerun for the Idolmaster stuff. So they're probably not going to do a brand new Idolmaster just yet. I mean, if they do, then that's cool. But, I don't know. I just feel like there's other collabs that they've done that I think, feel like they should probably bring back. Because the Sword Art event came out last August. So like a year and like almost 3 months now. Alright, that works. Oh, someone changed their character, didn't they, Sonic? That's actually the mirror chart I wanted to get for Kana since I got her original one, but I never got it. I mean, it'd just be nice if Kana and Sarah and all the other characters got, like, Decisive Mirror Jar to, like, an overray or something. Let's hit them all. Oh, you got everyone except Alan? Ah. Torito counter! Boom. We're up to 9-9 now. So now we're in like some like prison. I think this is one of the new maps they said they added. It kind of looks like Titania from Berseria. Well, I thought there's actually some of these crystals like inside the jail cells. No, it's actually crazy. Today was actually a pretty wild day because I almost even forgot about the stream I had set up because I actually went to see the new One Piece movie tonight. And after that, I was just like all aboard that hype train. So I was like, oh yeah, I actually have to stream tonight as well. Get all these hits in. Oh, we get one of the characters here. The extra mission, what extra mission? You mean those side events that gave us those guaranteed, where we're able to buy the mirror jarts? I assume is what you're, referring to? No, did I? No, I don't think I did because I didn't have a team strong enough. Like, Vague was my strong... Everyone else went down just too quick. I don't think I ever beat it. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, I think I did, but I think I did, like, a retry or something just to complete it in general. And they got teleported. Let's just start actually clicking through these, because we're going to be here all night if we sit through all these cutscenes. Okay, so it looks like they got teleported here too, or they came here of their own accord, I guess. Alright, so he officially joins us, so now I do have his free mirror art. Oh, and I'll obviously have 2 skit orbs that I can use if I need them. I don't think I would use them till the next event, though, because I won't need all this extra AP for the most part. Oh, we're definitely going to hit 200 AP before the end of this.
Let's go!
Don't chase me. You know what? I'll fight you. Just moving my microphone around a bit so I can see the chat better. Okay, we'll deal with you two. Third fight, and then we'll grab the... I assume there's 2 treasure chests. I didn't actually look at the chest amount for this stage. Yep. Yeah, that's a big question too, because the anniversary characters thus far, like the anniversary and then like the few months later for the raid events, have been pretty big characters. So like year 1 was Mythos, year 2 was Douse, and then obviously in between those times we had like Barbados, and then we also had Duke. But who would be the next like big villain for them to add for an anniversary? I mean, they could always do something like Heldall for Artorias, or I mean, I feel like those 2 aren't really like super popular, so maybe not them. Just trying to think like overall. I guess they could go with Abyss. They could do Van. I could see Van being year 3. I feel like he's pretty big enough. But the only issue with that is that Luke and Tyr both already have decisive mirror arts, so they wouldn't be on that banner. It'd be kind of weird to have a Van banner. Usually the raid characters have at least 1 character from that specific game. Like how Mythos had Lloyd, Duke had Yuri, etc., etc. So they'll probably want to put somebody who they can actually put a mirror art for. But yeah, I'm not really sure what they'll go. Or they may not go with a villain at all. They may go with like something like Mercuria from Rays. You know, the chick with the pointy shoes. That was kind of our enemy. I could see her maybe being like an anniversary character. Beasley would be an interesting choice. I'm not sure how popular he is overall, but I could see it. And obviously, we already have Gaius, so it's not like they do Zillia 1. Beasley Bakar would be interesting. I haven't played all the titles, so I can't really say, like, for the other ones, who they would really pick. Obviously, like, Richter being the final enemy in Dawn of the New World, he's an escort title, like, enemy, though, so they wouldn't have him for a full anniversary. Plus, Richter is already, like, in the main story, so I feel like it's only a matter of time before they actually just add him.
さあ行きましょう。
I haven't played all the titles, so I can't really say, like, for the other ones, who they would really pick. Obviously, like, Richter being the final enemy in Dawn of the New World, he he's an escort title, like, enemy, though, so they wouldn't have him for a full anniversary. Plus, Richter is already, like, in the main story, so I feel like it's only a matter of time before they actually just add him. I mean, there's obviously, like, tons of choices. There's still plenty of villains to add. That's the thing, too, is we're running low on main cast members for most of the Tales games, so eventually they're just gonna have to dip into side characters and bosses. And by, like, side characters, I mean, like, someone like, what was his name? God, why can't I remember his name? This is gonna bother me. Hold on. It's the guy from Tales of Zestiria that teaches you Lion's Howl. I can't remember his name. Oh yeah, Emerald would be an interesting choice. Simone would obviously be someone who comes eventually. Sergei, that was his name. I really just couldn't remember his name. Sergei I could see being playable at some point, since, like, yes, he was a kind of like boss character, but he did have a full moveset. You really only fight him once, but I can still see it. But that's what they'll eventually have to do for raids when they run out of, like, main characters. They're gonna have to start dipping into characters like that. Give me all them chests. That's true, they don't have decisive mirage arts yet. But obviously with these, like, anniversary, well, with the raids in general, they usually just pick one character from the specific game and then they'll go with other characters. So, like, I could see them giving one to, like, Asbel, and then Asbel or Sophie, whoever they decide to go with. And then, like, maybe, like, Velvet, because Velvet still needs a decisive mirage art. And then, who else would be a good choice? Still trying to think, maybe, like, Ruka? That's the funny thing, too, is Velvet has so many mirage arts, but she doesn't have an overray or a decisive mirage art yet. There she is. Now we go back to skit images of them talking. But yeah, I think whatever the next raid is gonna be, like, full. Okay, so we got like a fake imitation Ix here. But he can talk. Unless it's the real Ix, but I don't think it is. There's the real Ix. There we go. The big 200. That's why I think they could go with Artorias, because obviously they would probably want to have Velvet as, like, the front and center character for the decisive mirage art, so they could put, like, Artorias and Velvet, and then they would add you know, like, Ruka and somebody else who still doesn't have a decisive mirage art. Ruka especially, just because he doesn't even have a seasonal yet. Alright, so we got one chest, one enemy. I'm like semi-controlling him right now because auto battle's still on. Let's hit him with this. See if this is enough. This'll end it. That's funny too, because it's like you've got Spada and Iria, who both have seasonals already, but Ruka is still just the lone wolf there. I think they are saving Ruka for a raid event, though, to give him a decisive Mirage Art. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's click this. Anything back here? Oh, we can't even go back there. Never mind. Surprised my Hisui has so much health despite not having a second Mirror Jar for him. Well, second summonable one. Alright, it's not over there, so maybe it's down here. Oh, it's over here. Oh, well, I didn't even have time to hit over smash. Oh well, that's fine though. And we got one more stage to get through. Speaking of Ruka, how convenient that he's here. Looks like Ix is a bit tired. Oh, we got Jude in here. Jude and Annie. Jude's a doctor, he'll help. So I guess that was the real Ix that got, I guess, possessed, so to speak. I was just trying to see if that would speed it up a bit. They are still in the prison. And now they're out. Alright, so we got Lithia unlocked. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna save their, yeah, I'll definitely save their skits for, the next event. Alright, 9:15, final one. Dang, chapter 9 already, even though it has been close to a year already. Alright, who's our last enemy gonna be? Oh, looks like we're just gonna have like a regular set of enemies. There's our 2 treasure chests. I think I can turn on the auto move on the map again since this is our last one. Only level 45 enemies, so no big deal here. It's like Melina and Karia finally getting some screen time for a second. Why? Why is Douse here? They aren't just gonna to be continued us there, right? Are we really not gonna know what happens to Melina? So Ix is back on his feet, but what does Douse want with Melina? Flashback. And there's where we get our to be continued. Yeah, stuff just got real. It looks like Douse kidnapped Melina or something. Or wants something to do with her. Okay, so yeah, we get their free mirror jarts for completing the chapter. I think you actually have to, once you do it on hard, okay, so that's it for that. I think hard mode, beating the entire thing, gives you their other crystals. Which I obviously can't look at until I actually get there. But that's nice. Okay, so that was very interesting. I wonder what's going to happen with Melina. Melina's going to be the kidnapped one now that goes missing instead of Ix. Alright, let's grab whatever they gave us in here. Okay, so we got one of these. That's always nice. 252. See if the room gave us anything for completing it. I doubt it. But they're sometimes nice with trophies. Nope. Yeah, I've almost got Flynn to 8. So once I get him to 8, that'll be another 50 diamonds I can get. But I think we're gonna call things here. We streamed the story chapter for about an hour and a half, so it's a pretty decent amount of time. I'll probably just kind of relax and do it back on hard mode on my own. But thank you for everyone who came out to the stream, and thank you for Sonic for pretty much being the main person who talked to me during this entire hour and a half stream. I probably would have been a lot quieter had that not been the case. But thank you all for watching. Thank you for coming out to the stream. I will, obviously, like I said before, I will be streaming the Tales of Crestoria stream on Tuesday morning, so if you are up for that, feel free to come in and hang out. And then obviously after that, I will make some breakdown videos on if anything's shown and if the game is coming out, when it's coming out, if it's already out, who knows. But we'll see. So everyone, thanks for hanging out. Hope you all had a good time. I will see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.